All right, guys, so these are going to be my top 5 Aramid fiber cases. We're going to kick it off with the Banks Air case. This one's going to run you 59 bucks. Now, I haven't done a video on this one yet, but I had to include it in my top 5 because it's quickly become one of my favorite minimalist cases. So on the back, you have that Aramid fiber Kevlar type weave. You have your camera lip there, which is going to be all aluminum. You get a little bit of Banks branding on there. And then on the side, your power button is going to be cut out. Your volume up, down, and mute switch is also going to be cut out. But what kind of differentiates this from a lot of other slim minimalist cases is that the top as well as the bottom are both going to be completely covered. So as you can see, you get your charger cut out, your speaker cutouts, and then you get some relief cutouts on the sides there. On the inside, you get more of that Kevlar Aramid fiber weave. You get your MagSafe magnets, and then on the bottom there, it's stamped, built with Kevlar. So we'll pop the phone in this one. Like I said, this one is going to be a slim case, so very minimal, not really made for protection. So on the back, like I said, you get that metal camera protection there. There is going to be a nice lip for your lenses, so they're definitely going to be protected. You get your power button fully cut out, and then on the opposite side, all of your volume up, down, and your mute switch is also going to be cut out. Very precise cutouts there. And then on the bottom here, you're going to get the cutout for your charger port, your speaker cutouts, those relief cutouts, and then on the top, you're just going to get the relief cutouts there. So everything seems good to go around the case. As far as the screen protection goes, you're not really going to get a lip. Like I said, not meant for protection. So you get a very, very tiny faint lip on the top and the bottom, but really not too much to talk about there. As far as the fit on the phone, I mean, you're not going to get any movement. There's not going to be any budging. It's not going to pop off if your phone falls. As far as popping the corners off, get a little snap there on the corners, on the top, and then on the bottom, you get a little thud on the bottom there. But the fit overall in this case is great. When you take it off, you actually have to pop the top corners off and put some pressure on there. So the fit is perfect on this. As far as how it feels in your hand, it's very soft. It's very smooth. There's not too much texture on the back, and the sides are also very smooth. So I personally think it's pretty grippy. I don't really have an issue with it. It's not slippery to me. It feels great in the hand, very slim. As far as the MagSafe strength goes, I mean, this thing is going to be ridiculous. The MagSafe strength on these Banks cases, for whatever reason, are just ridiculous. So you're not going to have any issues with battery packs, wallets, car mounts, anything like that. The MagSafe strength is incredible on these. So coming in at number 5, we have the Banks Armor Air case. So coming in at number 4, we have the Phone Rebel Gen 4. This one's going to run you 45 bucks. So really value for money here. This one is going to be the best in the entire list. On the back here, you get that Aramid fiber weave. You can feel the texture of this one. On the bottom, you get some Rebel branding. You get that camera protection there. And then on the side, you have your metal power button. On the opposite side here, you have your metal volume up and down, your mute slider cut out. On the top, you get some more Rebel branding. And then on the bottom, you get your charger cutout as well as your speaker cutouts. And then on the inside, you get a little bit more Rebel branding there, your MagSafe magnets. And then this material is going to be like a grippy rubber, so that should help with shock absorption. And then in the corners here, on the top, as well as the bottom, this blue material in all 4 corners is going to be for some extra shock absorption. So this case is definitely built for impact. We'll pop the 14 Pro Max in this one. Very tight fit. Let's mute that. Very tight fit on this one. You guys heard the snap when it just popped on the phone there. So taking a look at the back, like I said, you get that lip around the camera lenses, so they will be protected. Now, the lip around the camera lenses really isn't too high, but the entire back of the case has claw, like a claw effect on all 4 corners. So it does raise the case off of, whatever you may be sitting it on just a little bit more. So your lenses will definitely be protected. As far as the power button goes, very, very tactile, no issues there. Volume up and down, same thing, very tactile, nice feedback from those. Your mute switch right here, very easy to get to. You're not going to have any issues with it. And then on the bottom, all of your cutouts are spot on. As far as the screen protection goes, you're going to get a pretty hefty lip on the top and the bottom. So it's basically like the back with that claw effect. So on all 4 corners and the top and the bottom, it's a pretty hefty lip. On the rest of the case, you get a decent lip that goes all the way around. So screen protection is very good on this one. As far as the fit, same thing as the case prior. You're not going to get any pulling, budging, movement, or anything like that. By the buttons, obviously it pulls a little bit, but but it snaps right back in. So you're not going to have any issues with that. Top and the bottom, even by the charging port, you're not going to have any issues there. So the fit on it is perfect. As far as snapping the corners off, I mean, real nice snap, all four corners. So the fit on this one is perfect, in my opinion. As far as how it feels in the hand, the grippiness of it, I mean, it feels great in the hand, right? So it's a little bit thicker, obviously, than the minimalist cases. The feel in the hand, as far as how grippy it is, I think it's somewhere in the middle. The back texture of the Aramid fiber, just whatever coating they put on this, as along with the texture, I think makes it fairly grippy. But I would have liked to see at least some grips on the sides. I know they gave a preview of the iPhone 15 series, and they did add grips on the side of the case, so I can't wait to try that one out. But as far as how grippy it is, it's kind of in the middle. I can see how some people would say it's a little bit slippery, and others say that they get some pretty good grip from it. So kind of in the middle with that one, but it does feel really nice in the hand. The other thing that I would like to see improved is, and now this might just be my model, but I know a few other people have said it, the claw effect that they got going on. So the raised edges on the back, as well as the raised edges on the front here, they tend to be a little bit sharp when you're holding the case. I mean, I can feel it digging into my palm right here. It's not terrible. It's definitely, once you use it for a little bit, you kind of just don't even notice it anymore. But it is there. They are a little bit sharp, so I would like to see those dulled down just a little bit and some grips added onto the side here. But all in all, I think it feels great in the hand. As far as the MagSafe strength goes, I mean, all of the cases on this list are going to have really good MagSafe. I use MagSafe for everything, so I really wouldn't put a case up here with terrible magnets. So again, you're going to get some kind of crazy magnet strength there. You're not going to have any issues with your accessories, and you'll be good to go. So coming in at number 4, we have the Phone Rebel Gen 4. And coming in at number 3, we have the Pataka Mag Easy Case 3 Fusion Weave. Taking a look at the back there, you get that real nice pattern that goes all the way up the case. Basically dyed Aramid fiber that they put into their black weaves. Few different type of patterns there, so I think that's pretty dope. On the bottom, you get your Pataka logo. You get your camera ring there, which is also going to be an aluminum camera ring. Your power button is going to be cut out. Your volume up, down, and mute slider is going to be cut out as well. And then on the top of the case, this one is not going to be fully closed. This is going to be open on the top as well as the bottom there. And then on the inside, you get more of that Aramid fiber, Pataka branding, MagSafe magnets. So we'll pop the phone in this one. Real nice snap on all four corners there. And even with it being a thin case, you do get a nice lip around the camera lenses there, so they're definitely going to be protected. Like I said, your power button is going to be cut out. Very precise cut out there. And then your volume buttons and your mute slider, again, fully cut out. Very precise cutouts. On the top there, top of your stainless steel frame is going to be showing, so just something to take note of there. And then on the bottom, same thing. Now, what they did with the cutout for the charger port is they did move it down just a little bit. So if you use third-party chargers or anything like that, the case isn't going to get in the way of that. As far as the screen protection, again, thin case, you're really not going to get anything. It does have a very, very faint lip that goes around kind of the corners of the case there, but we're not really going to go over, too much of that. It's a thin case, and it's really not built for protection. And then as far as the fit goes, again, you're not going to get any type of moving, budging, or anything like that. When you pop these corners off, real nice snap on the top there, as well as the bottom. So really good fit on this one. As far as how it feels in the hand, I think this feels really nice in the hand. The way they have those chamfered edges there, so it kind of feels like, the case is a little bit thinner than it really is. It gives a good amount of grip with the texture on the back and the sides there. So I think this feels really good in the hand. Very comfortable, very kind of soft, but the texture on the back just, the texture is what gets me. It gives you a lot of grip on there. So very grippy, very soft in the hand, very slim. As far as the MagSafe magnets go, I mean, again, you're going to get really good strength out of these magnets here. Now, Pataka did nuke them a little bit from last year, so if you have a 13 Pro Max or a 12 Pro Max where they had the magnets in them, they were a lot stronger previous years, but they said that they were having some complaints about interfering with wireless charging, so they did take the strength down just a little bit, but even with that, I mean, you're not going to have any issues. So car mounts, battery packs, anything like that, they're going to adhere to the back just fine. Still very strong magnets, so the MagSafe strength is great. The feel in the hand is incredible. The fit is perfect on this one. This is definitely my favorite thin case out of the bunch. So Aramid fiber thin cases, this is definitely going to be my favorite. Coming in at number 3, Pataka Mag Easy Case 3 Fusion Weave. All right, and coming in at number 2, this is going to be the Banks Armor Pro case. Again, I haven't done a video on this one either. I received this one with the Banks Air case. I've been using them on and off for about a month, and this definitely had to make it into my top 5. So this is going to run you $40. Definitely one of the cheaper cases out of the bunch. On the back, you get that Aramid fiber. This is going to be a little bit different from, say, the Phone Rebel case that has 1500D. This has 600D, so it is a little bit thinner, a little bit more texture to it, a little bit more grip, so a little bit more expensive as well. So a little bit different weave there. You get that camera protection there, so you do get a lip around your lenses. Your power button is going to be metallic. You get that Banks branding on the bottom, and then your volume up and down, again, metallic buttons. You get your mute slider cutout, and then on the bottom, all of your cutouts are good to go. On the inside, you're not going to get a felt liner or anything. It's going to be that same Aramid fiber Kevlar. You get your MagSafe magnets, and then on the bottom, built for Kevlar, built with Kevlar. So let's pop the phone in this one. Again, very tight fit. All these cases are going to have kind of the same theme going on if you guys don't see that already. On the back there, you get that weave. Your cameras are definitely going to be protected with that lip around them. Your power button here, nice and tactile. And then volume up and down, very tactile. Perfect buttons on this one, very responsive. Your mute slider cutout, a little bit small, but still easy to get to. And then on the bottom, all of your cutouts are good to go. As far as the screen protection goes, you do get a small lip that goes all the way around, so you should be good if you're, putting your phone face down or if it takes a drop or something like that. And then the feel in the hand, I think this one kind of goes along with the Phone Rebel one, kind of right in the middle as far as grip goes. The texture on the back does give it a decent amount of grip. Again, I would have liked to see something on the sides here. This feels like almost like a silicone or soft rubber feel on the sides. I would have liked to see just a little bit of grip there, but the texture on the back does kind of make up for that. So I would say the grip is pretty good. It's definitely not slippery. It's not going to be sliding out of your hand or anything like that. And then as far as the MagSafe strength goes, just like the Air case, I mean, these are ridiculous magnets. These are definitely some of the strongest, if not the strongest, on the list from Banks. So guys, you killed it with the MagSafe strength. It definitely takes some force to take that battery pack off of there. And then almost forgot the fit on this one. Pulling from the sides, down towards the bottom, up towards the top, and even by the buttons there, you're not going to get much movement at all. Charger port, same thing. Popping these corners off, these guys will speak for themselves. You get a nice snap on the top corners there, as well as the bottom. So the fit on it is going to be perfect. The feel in the hand, the grip, it's great. The buttons are very tactile. You get camera protection, screen protection, and some of the strongest magnets. So coming in at number 2, Banks Armor Pro case. And coming in at number 1, we got the king, the Pataka Pro case. If you guys have seen any of my past videos or my top 10 videos, the Pataka Pro case makes its way in every single time. Now, I did do a video on this a few months back for the 14 series, and I said there was a few things that I didn't like. Pataka reached back out to me and said, listen, we redid the entire case, made a bunch of revisions to it. They sent me over the new one, and this is perfect. This is what I know the Pro case to be. So really glad to see that. I definitely missed using it on my phone. So number 1, Pataka Pro. This is going to run you $70, so it's going to be more expensive, but it's definitely worth it. So on the back, you get that same Aramid fiber weave. You get the Pataka logo on the bottom there. You get this pretty dope camera cutout there, so your lenses will definitely be protected. You get your power button, and then on the opposite side, mute slider cutout, volume up and down buttons. The buttons are going to have air slits there, so I know some people do like to know that. They do have the air slits. On the bottom, charger cutout, speaker cutouts are good to go. And then on the inside, you get this nice felt liner, which, if I'm not mistaken, this is the only one out of the bunch that gives you a felt liner, which is nice to see. You get your MagSafe magnets, and then on the inside, going all around the case, you get those airbags for shock absorption. So we're going to put the 14 Pro Max in this one. Nice tight fit. Beautiful case. So taking a look at the camera protection there, like I said, that lip is going to protect your lenses. You got your power button, nice and tactile. Your volume up and down, nice and tactile. And that was my biggest gripe from the previous version of the Pro case. The buttons were very hard. You weren't getting any click out of them besides, well, I guess the power button, but the volume at least were very, very tough to push. You weren't getting any feedback from them. So it's nice to see that that is fixed. You get your mute slider cut out, pretty easy to get to. And then on the bottom, all of your cutouts are good to go. The screen protection is going to be very good. You get a nice lip that goes all the way around. So this one is definitely built for impact. You're definitely not going to have to worry about setting your phone down or it taking a drop on the floor. It's definitely going to hit that lip around the edges first. And then the fit of the case is going to be A1. The fit on this one is probably the best out of the bunch. I can barely get it to move even beside the buttons there. And even when I do, it snaps right back in. So the pulling, budging, it's not going to be sagging or anything like that. The fit is perfect. Popping the corners off, I mean, you're going to get a nice snap on all of those corners there. So the fit is perfect. The feel in the hand, this is my number one case, my number one Aramid fiber case, maybe even my number one overall case. I still got to do a revised top 10, but the feel in the hand of this one is definitely my favorite. So I'm just going to bring the Banks Armor Pro over here to kind of compare this and show you guys. If you guys see the edge of the Armor Pro case where it's kind of rounded off right there, you can see a big difference between both of these cases. The Pataka Pro case is more of an angled cut. Personally, I prefer that, right? So I like when it angles like that. It conforms to the shape of the phone more. It gives you more grip. It gives you more surface area to put your thumb on, and I think it just feels better in the hand. So the grip is perfect to me. I do not find this case slippery at all. As far as the MagSafe magnets, you're not going to have any issues with that. It's definitely not the strongest on the list. Like I said, Pataka did take down their magnet strength since last year, so it's not the strongest, but you're definitely not going to have any issues. I mean, if I can shake the phone with the battery pack in my hand and it doesn't fall off, you definitely have some strong magnets. So you're not going to have any issues with car mounts, wallets, battery packs. So magnets are definitely passable, but just the overall feeling in the hand, the grip, the buttons are nice and tactile. You get good screen protection. And just overall, I love the Pro case, and it's probably going to be my favorite next year and the year after that. Somebody has to dethrone this case. In my personal opinion, this is just the best one that's out, Aramid fiber or otherwise. And like I said, that's just my opinion, but I love the Pataka Pro case. So number one, Pataka Pro case, that's going to run you $70. And like I said, it is well worth it. All right, so these are going to be my top 5 Aramid fiber cases. I will make sure to leave links for all of these down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, turn on that bell, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.